People of Reddit, what was the most NSFW event you ever stumbled upon in high school? I ran cross country in high school. Sometimes during practice we would run through trails in the woods surrounding the high school. One day right after school ended we started running down the trails and stumbled upon two students having sex. Judging by their reactions I don't think they were expecting a group of 15 guys to run by while they were getting it on. My high school had to bang blankets after two freshmen were caught having sex under one in the middle of the art hallway. A sophomore at my school gave a freshman a donut filled with cum. He got criminal charges. We had to go outside for a physics experiment, but on the way from the classroom to the field, there was a bloody trail because a girl had just been stabbed in the bathroom and run to the nurse. She had moved to the country less than a month prior, gotten mixed up with some shady people, and a 14-year-old hid in the bathroom stall before jumping out and trying to stab her in the face. She put her arms up and only had superficial injuries, but she never came back. Poor girl had PTSD last time I checked. We had a girl who would sit in the back of the bus and seemed to always have a different dude sit next to her. Turns out she was giving guys hand jobs for a small price. In 8th grade we went on a class trip to Hershey Park. Two girls gave a guy a blowjob on the bus ride home next to a sleeping chaperone. They eventually got caught, and that is why there are now no code buses in the district. This was also in 2002. Had a guy run through the school completely naked. High school by the way. Even ran up and slapped some teacher's ass. Haven't heard of him since, but they was like 5+ years ago. Walked into a bathroom after school and found a guy and a girl about to go to town. She had her shirt off and skirt up. He had his pants on. I caught them just before the moment of insertion. I said nothing. I would have left them to it, except all other bathrooms on campus, except this one were always locked shortly before last bell. So I silently walked to a urinal, calmly did my business, properly washed my hands. By the time I went to leave, the girl was hiding in a stall and the guy was waiting by the door. I shrugged at the guy. Guy shrugged back. I left and heard the door lock behind me. Not one of us said anything or made a sound during the entire exchange. Edit. For everyone calling it a power move, I appreciate it. But I just didn't wanna have to pee in the bushes. One guy flashing his dick at the teacher, and also one dude was caught in the bathroom giving a blowjob. Used condom left wrapped around the tap on the sink in the boys' toilets. A week later it was still there. A month later there was another one next to it. We had two people fucking under the band bus in the mud at a contest. Went to teacher's room to get some papers that my Portuguese teacher had forgotten and stumbled at my German biology teachers kissing each other really hard over the meeting table. They didn't even notice me. And oh, it was a Catholic shul, and they were both married BTW. My face when I returned to class without the papers must have been priceless. I am a teacher who teaches in a high school. First day on the job, had two kids beating cheeks in the back of one of my shop cars. Should specify I am an automotive teacher. Pretty NSFW if you ask me. I went to a boarding school my freshman year of high school, and a few weeks in, I volunteered to help walk our librarian's dog for her while her leg was healing after an injury. So I was walking this huge dog through the woods around campus when he suddenly sniffed the air and just stripped the leash out of my hands and took off into the underbrush. I started chasing after him when I heard screaming and yelling. I thought, oh area god, this dog mauled someone and I am going to get expelled. Broke through a clearing and there were 5 half-naked upperclassmen trying to put their clothes on and scatter while this dog is joyously barking and jumping up on and licking them. TLDR accidentally interrupted an orgy in the woods with my librarian's dog. Edit. I guess since so many people are asking. Yes, it was a code school and yes, both sexes were represented. This was junior high, but one kid who we suspected was gay gave another kid who we did not suspect was gay a blowjob in the bathroom stall. And for what? A hollow foil Clefairy Pokemon card. No one thought it would be a bad idea for the cross-country team to have thin white uniforms until we had a race in a thunderstorm. So many flashbacks of penises swaying with each stride. Girl gave a blowjob to a guy and his friends filmed it. It was the talk of the school and she changed schools. 2 years later she came back and sucked a different guy's dick by the same dumpster. No one filmed it this time. My school is the one where that girl, Peaches, went to. The girl who ate the tampon. Also 2 students got caught fucking under the stairs. Not me specifically, but 2 kids in my Catholic high school fucked in the bathroom and someone caught them and videotaped it. They posted it online. Our school made the news and now they measure girls' skirts if they look too high, as well as banning phones. Seriously, please like and subscribe and comment something nice for your favorite Reddit slave. In band before a football game, I walk into the percussion room to hang with the homies. Everyone is huddled around this dude in the corner of the room laughing. So of course I walk over to check it out. Turns out the dude was showing everyone how tiny his dick is and everyone was so fascinated. Yeah, it was really small. Like from the tip of your pinky to the first knuckle down. I have never seen anything like it, lol. Edit. I know it called a micropenis. Fayo. People snorting crushed up pills in the bathroom right off of the sink. This was in the early 2000s. I went to a small party at my friend's house. My girlfriend and I got there late. We went in and noticed nobody was in the living room. Weird. They said they'd be here. Start walking to the back and I could hear several voices in the bedroom. I just opened the door and there were 7 of my friends just having a casual orgy. In middle school the health teacher went to show a video on the projector and I guess he had porn on his video player. He offered everyone A's to keep quiet. He was fired then went to work for a Catholic school. We had many PCs in our school and every computer room had a projector. So once when the teacher was ill and no replacement came, we were in that room. Someone started the projector and quickly found out that every porn site he tried is blacklisted. But playing from USB apparently works fine. We later found out not only are the connections whitelisted, but also fully monitored. Not long after the movie show with sound and everything started, the tech guy comes with a substitute teacher. That internet search history was apparently enough for them to suddenly have a substitute teacher for us. A girl, freshman, went viral on Snapchat because the guy she was giving head to recorded her and said it was terrible during the recording. She's now dating and cheating on the guy we called Cherry Picker. Freshman year of high school. Football team is out practicing. A senior varsity player came into the freshman locker room, cut all the locks off our lockers, and stole our clothes. Nice enough to take wallets and phones etc out of pockets and leave them in the lockers though. Idiot did not realize the hallway cameras had him the whole time. Most of us chose not to shower until we got home. And Arisa Toyamo proceeded to leave in groups in undershirts and boxers or no shirts and boxers after getting a call our rides were there. Small town. Small school. So ultimately he was just benched for a few games, suspended for a day or 2, and his parents had to buy a bunch of padlocks. Not me, but a few freshmen encountered sophomores having sex on a hill my school had for cross country and I think football. And then someone marked that hill on Google Maps. Okay, 2 stories, 1 NSFW, but still messed up. And X200B, janitor in elementary school, died while mopping the floor and somehow this didn't get around the entire school and my entire class saw them taking his covered up body out the front door. And X200B. And X200B. Another is walking in on several people giving BJS in the band room. It became a daily thing and I should have known to also knock on the practice room doors before entering. A freshman got jerked off by his girlfriend under the table in the cafeteria during lunch. Someone sitting near them noticed was happening, took a video, and posted it online. The administration quickly found out. The video was taken down, and all 3 involved were suspended. Some kid at a party got blackout wasted and shat himself. In the middle of the crowd he took his pants down and slipped in it. Proceeded to army crawl to try and make it out but just smeared it everywhere. He is still known as the party pooper. In middle school some kids walked in and started having sex in the stall next to me while I was pooping. Eventually they smelled my presence. I go to Catholic school and besides a teacher pedophilia scandal every year, I'm not kidding. The kid that played the Pornhub intro on the drums that is spreading around the internet happened at my school. Friend of mine got with our art teacher, who was an ex-stripper. Legend has it that a guy in my sophomore or junior year used to sit next to his GF and get handjobs during English class. High school bus hit a deer. Police were called. Deer was shot 3 times in front of the bus to put it down. Watched it from the parking lot while skipping school. What kind of schools do y'all go to, Mayo? The seniors in the photography class got caught banging in the dark room. Oh man, I've got a good one for this. So I'm in H/S theater class and have been helping the teacher out with a lot of tasks like setting up the green room and stuff. Just little helpful stuff. Well, apparently one of us left the door unlocked and unattended for a little too long. In our green room were 2 big blue couches that were the most uncomfortable things I had ever sat on. Teacher comes running into the room from the hall and says suddenly, "Tequila, I think someone is in the green room. Go with me so I can have a witness." Thinking nothing of it, I go. We stand by the door and someone is most definition in there, making some pretty unusual sounds. I realize what the sound is a half second before the teacher throws the door open to 2 kids from my class getting down on that couch. I only had like 2 seconds of view time before the teacher screams, "Good golly, Miss Molly!" and slams the door. I sat outside that door crying from laughing for about 20 minutes before they knocked on the door to be let out. Realizing we had the stage completely locked down, the look on their faces when the principal let them out and led them to his office will forever be in my mind. Can you imagine? Balls deep about to blow and from over your shoulder, "Good golly, Miss Molly!" I dream of it sometimes and still wake up laughing.